Thousand Resist is one of those games that makes you pause and think about how far this medium can actually go, not in terms of mechanics, but in how much emotional and thematic weight it's willing to carry. On the surface, it's science fiction, a clone society living underground after an alien apocalypse, built around worship of a single survivor known as the Allmother. But that setup is almost a disguise. The game isn't really about aliens or survival or the end of the world, it's about belief, about inheritance, about what happens when fear hardens into systems that outlive the people who created them. You play as Watcher, one of many identical clones, tasked with reliving memories from the Allmother's past. Not to interpret them, not to question them. You're there to observe, to record, to watch her. What makes the experience unsettling is how deliberately it limits you. You're almost never given the full picture. Characters talk around things, scenes feel incomplete, you feel the gaps before you understand why they're there. This is a game about existential dread, but not the loud kind, not monsters jumping out or apocalyptic spectacle. It's the quieter dread of realizing you're living inside a story that was written before you existed, one where the rules feel natural because you've never known anything else. The game constantly shifts scale, moving from intimate moments, awkward conversations, family conflict, personal shame, to ideas that feel cosmic: extinction, preservation, and whether remembering something forever is an act of love or violence. At a certain point, the question stops being, what did they do to us, and becomes, why did they come at all? There's no combat here, and very little traditional gameplay. It's closer to living inside a novel or a piece of experimental theater than playing a conventional game. And that's why it works. This story could only exist in this medium. By the time it ends, answers matter less than the weight it leaves you with. Thousand Resist didn't spread easily because it's hard to pitch without flattening what makes it work. But if you're drawn to games that deal in existential dread and inherited belief, games that confused you at first and stayed with you because of it, this is one you probably missed.